I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling a tank, rolling with a gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Buongiorno! What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on Woodsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex. We got young Chris in the sound booth, and that's why there's no music going on in your ears, ladies and gentlemen.
Chris,
what?
Can you show JB how to fix that camera real fast? It's like,
oh yeah, it is. Welcome back to World Heavyweights. This guy
just sets JB up to fail.
He does.
Doesn't check anything before the stream starts. Crazy.
Poor JB.
First things first. Rustin Burks in the Woodward Sports chat said, what do I think about Charles Brantley from MSU? Nah.
What?
I'm not drafting a quarterback from MSU.
No.
I mean, he's solid. He's very solid tackler. It's just, no.
I mean,
that ain't it.
Maybe he just wanted you to admit that MSU's defense was...
I mean, they had the worst secondary in the history ever.
Maybe he just wanted to hear you say that one out loud.
They're going to get better. I mean, no, Charles Brantley was a good player out there, but...
What is going on? Doing a live show here. There's blaring music out there?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, go out there and just big boot somebody with your 6'6" leg. Either way, welcome back to World Heavyweights. Pistons beat the Nets last night.
Yes.
I missed it because we're doing Chris's stupid basketball podcast.
Yeah.
But I'm obviously...
Idiot.
Katie,
God, so stupid.
Yeah.
Kyrie dropped 40, I still think.
Kyrie dropped 40, went crazy.
What happened with the Pistons side of it? JB, did you watch that one?
I think there were 6 Pistons players in double digits. There's 7 Pistons players in double digits. Sadiq went crazy at 25, 9 and 3, 5 and 8 from 3. Alex Burks had 20. Ivy had 13 and 8, 2 blocks or 2 steals. And Neil told me, because Neil was there, he's calling the game, that the bench took it over. Is when the bench came in, the Nets couldn't do anything. Like, Hamidou Diallo was out there balling. Nobody could stop him.
Burks had 20. Killian with 16.
Killian was playing well. Isaiah played well off the bench. So it's good to see them out there. It's good to see them competing. It's good to see them trying to do something. You're not going to stop Kyrie. Like, Kyrie Irving has the best handles in the history of the NBA.
Yeah.
Period.
Easy.
Somebody argued with me on BDE. They're like,
Isaiah?
Yeah, they're like, prime Zeke. I was like, listen, I understand we're a Detroit Sports Network. We all love Isaiah Thomas, but Kyrie Irving's handles are literally different. Isaiah Thomas would probably tell you that he doesn't have as good handles.
I am curious. Chris, you would know. Has Isaiah ever spoke on that?
Not to my knowledge, but I will say the one thing that I want to shoot Isaiah some bail is that, obviously the game evolves and, like, you learn new moves and stuff. So I think that, I still think ultimately Kyrie from a talent-wise is the best ball handler the NBA has ever seen.
Period.
I do think that, and it is a period, but I do think that Isaiah could be even better. And Isaiah is the one person I'd really throw, or
Isaiah's
one of the
there,
people I'd throw.
AI's up there, but like...
Also, Rod Crooked Leg Strickland, if you don't know.
And then you got people like, what about the guys in the 80s? You mean the guys in the 80s that dribbled like this?
What about Bob Cousy?
Yeah, Bob Cousy. Going down to one knee and spinning like, get the fuck out of here with that.
They're like, hey!
Kyrie Irving is different when it comes to handling the basketball. The guy is a complete animal.
Yeah.
It is insane what he can do. You cannot stop him from getting to his spot, period.
Ooh. Troll Poppy actually makes a really good point in the Woodward Sports chat.
It doesn't matter.
Different defensive rules.
It doesn't matter.
I think that matters.
It does not.
What do you mean? The bad
Kyrie
boys
has a deeper
literally
bag. His dribble moves are better.
But maybe Isaiah, you never got to see Isaiah's bag because Isaiah played with different defensive rules.
No.
Which would be the bad boys were literally bodying people.
Yeah, but you could still make dribble moves in open court when people aren't hand checking you. You could still use those dribble moves to get open. You could still be crafty with the ball and get open and play in space.
I'm throwing bail to the Isaiah Thomas
it's
crowd.
not true.
Yeah, you can't say that.
You can throw
they're totally different NBAs.
I can and I am. Kyrie Irving is the best ball handler in the history of the NBA, period.
Kyrie Irving didn't play when you could close arm players. What?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's clearly Kyrie. Like, you can make the adjustments, and you can say that the game has allowed for better ball handling, and obviously as the game evolves, you learn new moves. Nobody was Euro stepping in the 60s. Now you Euro step. So obviously there's some evolution when it comes to sports.
Isaiah didn't play in the 60s.
I'm just saying though. Okay, whatever. The 90s doesn't matter. That's not my point. My point is that the game evolves, and even with all of that, Kyrie is still a better ball handler.
Yes.
Hold on one second. I'm listening to you guys, and I'm gonna get the professional opinion. Let me find this thing. Hold on.
Of who?
Of who? You'll
Damn,
see.
Lindsay was back here. We should have asked him.
That's who I'm calling right now. Calling Lindsey Hunter. He's gonna know the answer. I hope he answers.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Yeah. You've been blocked. Because I truly feel like the defense changes things. If he doesn't answer, I'm just texting him, and I'm screenshotting whatever he says, and I'm not.
That fourth ring is deadly.
That fourth ring is deadly. I mean, true. He's probably
driving home right now.
Yeah, he does live like a bit away.
Yeah.
I'll text him so he can text and drive instead of call and drive.
That seems safer.
We are arguing on the Woodward heavyweights. I'll do it during break. PFF. Sam Monsoon.
Yeah.
And I'm just teasing this. All right, I posted some teasers on my Twitter. We're gonna play a video a little bit later. They went full Tupac West Side hit 'em up.
Yeah.
On Jared Goff and Detroit Lions fans today.
Yeah, they assassinated Jared Goff's character for sure.
They went wild. Oh my
pretty
god,
aggressive.
we're gonna talk about that. I just want to tease it, but I do want to make some time for the Detroit Red Wings because they are one of the only franchises in Detroit right now that they're above 500. I know the Lions did finish 500, but these guys are flirting with a possible playoff spot. Speaking of what happened last night with the Red Wings.
Red Wings got the dub last night in overtime over the Habs. It was an impressive win. Big Rask continued his hot streak, got another goal. Mo Seider had 3 assists on the night, so you love to see the big guy getting 3 points. And it was Dad's night, so all the dads were there for the Red Wings, and Mo Seider's dad actually stole the show. Guy was getting hype. He was chirping Habs fans. He was out there yelling. It was awesome. He was a big German dude, probably slamming beers, yelling at these Canadians. I loved it. And, the Red Wings ended up getting the dub in overtime. Fabry put one in the back of the net to seal it. Husso made a huge stop with 3 seconds left to save the game, to push it into overtime. And then he also made a fantastic stop in overtime to keep the game where it was. So a good win for the Red Wings. Obviously, I already talked about Mo and Rass. Johnny Burgess, my guy Johnny Burgess, put one in the back of the net, and so did Sonny. So it was good team win. A lot of points being spread across the board. You just like to see it, man. The guys are hustling. Canadians are pretty bad. So it was imperative.
Louise.
I was trying to say imperative and important at the same time. It was imperative for the Red Wings to get this win. Now let's see if they can do it tonight. Again, back to back, that would be huge. But I just like to see him playing well. I like to see him playing well defensively. And Mo Seider has been picking it up lately in the points department. So I'm happy to see that as well.
I'm happy too. Is he having a sophomore slump or no?
No.
Like point wise or anything like that?
I mean, he's not as to you don't expect a lot of points out of him, and no, he's pretty on par with where he was last year.
Who has better handles? I'm making a Woodward Sports chat poll as well.
That's just bias.
Why is it bias?
Because it's a Detroit sports chat. You think anybody's going to pick Kyrie Irving over Isaiah Thomas?
I just feel like
We're going to do who's a better wide receiver, Calvin Johnson or Terrell Owens? Like, everybody's going to pick Calvin Johnson.
Yeah. Can you text Gabby and tell her I have them turn that music down? What the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
That's pretty annoying. Sorry. We have people fucking blaring music here while we're trying to do a live show. Isaiah Thomas, or do I even put AI in there, or just make a 2-man race?
Let's make it a 2-man race.
Is it 1 and 2, like pound for pound? If you were to rank them, would you go?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Also, I guess Kyrie does have like.
Kyrie has a deeper bag.
things just going against him just in general, like because people just don't like him.
Yeah.
I also just feel like Isaiah was limited to his bag. Like you weren't able to use the shit that Kyrie does. You wouldn't be able to use in the 90s. A lot of the shit, I should say.
Yeah.
It's just different. Hand checking included, and beyond the hand checking, there's a lot of like more physical.
And Neil agreed with me, and Neil's the biggest Isaiah Thomas stan on the planet.
That's fair. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I just want.
And he saw both eras.
Yeah. All right. That's a little bit more convincing.
Yeah.
Than anything else. But I mean, I'll have to again waiting on the text from Lindsey Hunter, and that's what we're going with. He might say Kyrie.
It's not John Stockton, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
not John Stockton.
John Stockton's a bum.
Is anybody saying John Stockton?
No.
56% Kyrie.
Yeah.
You're saying people gonna be biased.
I mean, I guess we have more. I don't think we had a lot of NBA fans in our.
JB
in our
voted.
midst.
JB, who'd you vote for? Oh, someone from Woodward
It's
Sports
probably
voted.
Chris.
Wait, what? I didn't vote.
What do you think is JB?
Oh, I definitely probably got to go with Kyrie. Sorry. Just saying.
Shout out
Racist.
Noah.
Shout out Noah.
Hella racist. Shout out Noah randomly popping through. Sit down. Today's chaotic enough already. You gotta go somewhere? All right. Thanks
He
for
just
thanks
says
for
nothing. He
ruining the
points
show.
at his
Thanks, Noah.
Friday.
Hot Friday. All right, guys. We got too much going on over here. I'm going to commercial break early. When we come back, I do want to attack
What?
the guys from the. What else do you want to bullshit about for 3 more
We
minutes?
can talk about Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. We can talk more about the two games that we barely mentioned that are important wins for the teams. But if you want to go for
Last night was a important win for the Pistons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is a important win.
It's the first time they won in Brooklyn since 2018. So it's pretty important for a young team.
Carry on. Well, tell me.
I think it's important to
of
establish culture. It's important to see that as a defensive unit, you can survive a star going for 40 and still get the win when you're working together. It's important to see the offensive flowing. Like I said, they had 7+ players in double digits, so that's good. It's good to see those guys. It's good to see Jaden Ivey running point effectively. It's important for him to establish some confidence against a team a team that is respected as a contender in the East, a team that is one of the hotter teams in the NBA. It's good to see those young guys go in there, make something happen. Like I said, stave off a 40-point performance from Kyrie Irving and continue to have success.
Yeah. In 200.
I understand you just want to only talk about football for 2 hours, but like,
No,
There are other
that ain't
sports that
it.
happen.
I just in the 30 for 30 for the Detroit Pistons championship run. It's not going to start like
No, but this
the
leads
big
to
turnaround
it.
so let's
for
just
the
not talk about
franchise.
Pistons for the rest of the fucking
What
year.
happened was
Let's
it
just
was
never talk about
it was a
Pistons again.
cold January night of 2023 on the
Easy.
road, and we took down the Nets.
In 200 days of an NBA season, like the Pistons really are gonna have 30 to 35 defining days. They're gonna have those close games, those wins. Like these are moments that you build on. These are the moments that the Pistons need for the future. They don't start with the 30 for 30, but this is how you get on track to getting a 30 for 30 one day. You don't just lose every game and then all of a sudden win every game. There's building blocks.
I don't see it as an important game. I mean, I don't. I mean, impressive. The one point that you did make that I would like is that, yeah, you could survive a star going off for 40. I think that's important but I feel like they've done that before, though. But I feel like it's important for any young team to know, like, because Kyrie, I've been critical of him his entire career. Without LeBron James, I'm a LeBron James fan. So like when he left LeBron, and people are like, oh, haha, like what's LeBron gonna do now? Kyrie never, before getting saved by that Celtics team that went to Eastern Conference Finals without him, never gone 500 in his career. I mean, I get he's talented, but you're not winning games with that. Like you don't let that guy go off. Actually, matter of fact, the 04 Pistons, Lindsey Hunter actually told us this story.
Yeah.
They said we're gonna let Kobe go off.
Yeah.
We just gotta stop Shaq. Or actually, yeah, just those two guys.
They're going to let Shaq go.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Kobe.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Because there's no stopping Shaq.
Yeah.
Shaq is the most dominant force in the history of the NBA.
I mean, team sports, guys. Team sports.
Yeah, the Pistons had a great team win. Showing that they could do something like that for a young team is very important to build confidence early.
Lady James.
Lady Jane's. Come into Lady Jane's for an award-winning experience. Register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. No appointment necessary. It's wicked awesome.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live at WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spinmo Rex. You got young Chris in the audio booth. And there, bang up. We got JB Smooth and Continue Booth. We're just rocking along on a Friday. This is a pretty fried Friday, so thus far. Before we went to break, we argued who has better handles. Lindsey Hunter, Kyrie Irving,
Dude.
Or Isaiah Thomas.
Chris in the
What?
in the fucking Chris in the audio booth, man.
Was that shit loud too?
Like, it was loud as fuck, and then it's just hard cut.
I'm learning here.
Can we just switch? I'm done with this. You guys, I hate it. Why can't our show's the only show people decide to experiment and fuck around?
Everybody experiments on our show.
Every time.
They don't care about us. They don't respect us here, but it's all right.
No respect at all. I still love you guys. Yeah, you good. I just wish, mess up on other people's shows. Lindsey Hunter texted back. You want to know his answer?
Let's hear it.
Tough one.
That's all he said?
Yeah, that's all he said. Tough one. 3 exclamation points. Should I give him the number to call in or no? Does that work? Chris doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah. No.
I love you, Chris. I'm please don't take it like.
Well, I mean, I was never really taught this. I'm just thrown in here because JB's there.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to learn it. But
did Stick say?
I can do it.
I'm just pressing buttons to see whatever the fuck happens.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Did Stick tell you to put JB in there, or did you put JB in there today?
JB wants to learn it, so I'm just saying, hey, whenever you want to jump in.
Chris runs shit now.
I'm trying to help JB grow.
You're such a POS.
Me?
I'm just kidding, tripping.
Me for helping JB, sorry.
Speaking of acronyms for nicknames, Chris POS, KOC, Kevin O'Connor from The Ringer. They did a 2021 NBA redraft. And this one's so spicy. Even got our boy Nick fired up a little bit here. Could you mind put this one up, JB?
Yeah, this is pretty wild. This graphic is coming from Pistons Talk. He made it of the Ringers draft. You see Evan Mobley going number 1 overall. Josh Giddey at 2, which is a decision. Cade Cunningham at 3. Franz Wagner at 4. Scotty Barnes at 5. Then all the way down there at 6, we find Jalen Green, which is pretty crazy. Sengun at 8. Trey Murphy at 7. This is, dude. What's this guy's name again? Is this the one that always does the wild shit, or is
Kevin O'Connor?
Does he always do crazy shit?
He did. His pro comp for Killian was James Harden.
Oh yeah.
He's the Killian stan.
Probably should have buried him then. Discredited him then. This is the young kids. It's like their savior. All the younger generation for the basketball fans that do other scouting on the internet, which I can't trash that. That's what I do. Mm-hmm. But he's one of the leading voices for internet NBA talk. I feel like. And look, the Evan Mobley stuff, I truly am a fan of Evan Mobley. I think Evan Mobley can ball. I told you guys last night on Chris's podcast that I think he's like a poor man's soft version of KG. Yeah. And KG is the second greatest power forward. My book, the second greatest power forward of all time. You got Charles Barkley over him. Yes. It sounds like you got Charles Barkley over him too. But the Josh Giddey one is just where I'm tripping. And I probably should have stole the soundbite from this one, but the argument was Josh Giddey's on a bit of a hot streak shooting right now. He says he's a better finisher at the rim. and just as good of a rebounder and defender. Just before
I'm so fucking sick of the disrespect. Listen, all you pieces of shit out there in the national media. Stop disrespecting Cade Cunningham. Wait until he comes back. Wait until he's healthy and he puts his nuts in your mouth. I'm so sick of this shit. He's injured. That's what happens. It happens in the NBA. People get injured. That doesn't mean he's not better than these guys. That doesn't mean he's not a good basketball player. That doesn't mean he shouldn't be the best rookie in this class. He had a better year than Evan Mobley, the rookie year. He should have won Rookie of the Year. He had a better year than Scotty Barnes, who won Rookie of the Year. He should have won Rookie of the Year. Because you chumps call it as a team award now instead of Rookie of the Year, which it is. And Evan Mobley was the fourth option on his team, and Scotty Barnes was the third option on his team that made it to the playoffs. He gave it to one of them. Cade Cunningham is the best rookie in this class, period. All around, he is better. And he's going to come back and he's going to show you he's better. Once he's healthy, keep that same damn energy. I plead you keep that same energy. When Cade Cunningham comes back with healthy legs for the first time in 5 years and puts the league on notice. Like, stop it with the disrespect. It started with the plush dolls, and then you got these dumbasses making lists like this. Putting Josh Giddey over him? Josh Giddey? I can stomach Evan Mobley. If you're going to tell me Evan Mobley, I can stomach Evan Mobley. But Josh Giddey? Stop it, man. You're telling me right now you got one pick to start your franchise? You're taking Josh Giddey over Cade Cunningham? You're stupid.
It's one of those, Andre Iguodala!
Yeah.
It's one of those takes. I don't understand it. I like Josh Giddey. Don't get me wrong.
I like him too, but I don't like him more than Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, I feel like he's one of those pieces you truly need to decorate a lot more around for him to excel, or for him to be a golden piece for you. I mean, what is OKC doing this year so far? I don't.
They are riding Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's coattails because he's dropping like 35 a night.
Yeah.
Josh Giddey is playing well. Josh Giddey is a good player.
That's what I'm saying. I like Josh Giddey.
I don't want that taken out of context. He is a good player. But Cade Cunningham is better. You can take that to the bank.
Chris, you're a basketball head.
Everything Spencer said. Like, I would just say it in a calmer way, but I agree 100%. Like, at this point, Josh Giddey is playing like a glorified Jose Calderon, and Jose Calderon was a good NBA player. Like, I'm not trying to disrespect that, but
that was disrespectful. That was mad disrespectful.
No, like, come on, what of his game is that different? What of his game is that different?
He's
than
more
Jose
athletic.
Calderon?
He's bigger.
Yeah,
he's bigger and more
He's a better
finisher.
That is okay. That's fair. That was a bad analogy in the heat of the moment. I do accept that. I just looked at his biggest strength is obviously playmaking, so that's where I made the correlation. But yes, like you said, great player, but he is not a franchise building block or cornerstone like Cade Cunningham. He is a franchise building block. He is absolutely, he can be the third or fourth best player on a championship team. But Cade Cunningham and his potential and his ceiling is 1 or 2 on a championship team.
Yeah.
And that's just such a drastic jump. Like, Giddey is never going to be a top 25 player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham next year or within the next year and a half will be a top 25 player in the NBA. That's just a huge jump between the two.
When it's all said and done, Cade Cunningham is going to go down as the second best guard in the history of the Detroit Pistons, a storied franchise. If he stays here for his whole career, which God please make sure he stays here his whole career. Josh Giddey is the second best guard on his team right now. So, I don't know. It's disrespectful. Like I said, Josh Giddey's a good player. But that list, I'd take Jalen Green over Josh Giddey. I'd probably take Scotty Barnes over Josh Giddey.
Yeah. I mean, in that scenario probably depends like what I have with as a team, but you're not wrong. I mean, Jalen Green's a better talent than Josh Giddey overall. In terms of like an actual player, like what he does, I'd say Jalen Green's better.
I hate Jalen Green.
Yeah, we do. We inherited a beef that we never even wanted with the Houston Rockets fans because of the whole shit. And real quick too, if I may, I don't know if anybody else, Chris or Spimo, if you want to pull up some of Giddey's stats, the recent numbers. I'm just giving you numbers before Cade actually started taking some time off with the shin injuries, or just some numbers from this year. Yeah. All right, against Atlanta, 35 points, 9 boards. How many assists were here? 8 assists.
Josh Giddey's best game this year, he had 28, 9, and 9. He had one game of 18, 15, and 10.
So that's even giving Josh Giddey, because again, Cade's out for the season. That's giving Josh Giddey more opportunities to beat that stat line.
Yeah.
Had it. Cade did it with a shin injury that he had admitted pre-existed even before the draft, dating back to his high school days.
And if Kevin O'Connell, if his reasoning is
Kevin O'Connor, if his reasoning is Josh Giddey's been on a hot streak shooting the ball, yeah.
These are his past games from 3. 0 for 1, 0 for 1, 1 for 4, 0 for 2, 1 for 4, 1 for 3, 1 for 3, 0 for 4.
For real?
Yes.
Are you serious?
So I don't know what kind of hot streak you're looking at, but in his past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, he hasn't hit 2 3-pointers in any of them. He hasn't been over 50% from 3 in any of them, and he only averages 3 shots from 3 a game.
It's just stupid to make these kind of redrafts, especially this early. Like, I get that Giddey right now has played more games than Cade Cunningham, but if you're doing a redraft, you're still saying 15 years from now, this is how the draft should have been. That's the context of a redraft. A redraft is not, oh, we're drafting based off of right now. Like, you factor in right now, you factor in how they look, but you also still got to account for the other 13 to 15 years that these players are going to have. Like, these players are going to play into their mid-30s. They're 20, 21.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. Like, what are we doing here?
Guy's a clown. I'm ready to say it.
You ready to say what?
I'm ready to say he's a clown. Like,
Kevin O'Connor?
Yeah. I've seen too many of these where it's like, I understand that your job is to get clicks, is to get interest, is to stir it up. Well, you fucking stirred it up, buddy. I'm pissed off if you're telling me you honestly think Josh Giddey is a more impactful player than Cade Cunningham. Put the pipe down.
If anybody's calling JB, it's Lindsey Hunter, by the way. If it does ring, I'm not. He just gave a thumbs up. I don't know what that
means.
means.
Pick up the phone, baby.
I got you.
Sometimes I'm not trying to be just the generation before us. Sometimes like texting with them is like you don't really know.
You were looking at me, so I thought you were going to disrespect me.
No, I'm just. Oh, no. You're just used to being disrespected. I apologize. It's like PTSD for you. It's our fault, but
triggered.
I'm with you, Spinny. I think you have enough of these moments that it's one or two things. You're either fishing for the clicks, or you're just stupid.
Yeah.
And like, I like to respect the initial opinion of people like Kevin O'Connor because like that's what you do all day.
Yeah,
right?
I'm
Like
sure
you're fully committed to.
Research.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're fully committed to like the basketball portion of it. You know, that's all you're committed to.
Yeah.
So I assume like you kind of know what you're talking about. But this one, I just can't even.
I watch a lot of NBA myself too. I've had League Pass for years and years now. I've watched a lot of Josh Giddey games in OKC, and like I said, he's a good player.
Yeah.
He had nothing against him. He is a good player. He's probably a top 5 rookie in that class. But to say he is better than Cade Cunningham is blasphemous.
It's crazy.
By the way, what is like the
blasphemous
for a redraft? Like 5 years, right?
Yeah, you should. Yeah, at least
so
at least
get you off your first deals.
Rookie contract.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Yeah.
Which I mean, we're gonna end up doing that too, though.
Yeah.
But this isn't even the off season.
Spartans and Wolverines played last night too.
They did?
Yeah, MSU got a good dub.
Hey,
they played again already?
Yeah. Well, not together, not each other, but they both.
Oh, they played. Okay, yeah. I thought you said they played each other.
MSU beat Iowa. Spartans or Michigan lost to Purdue.
It was a dog ass game though.
Against Purdue?
No, actually, I'm lying. I was thinking about the other night.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they were winning the whole game. It got close to the end because Michigan hit a couple threes.
I'm with Patty Grimes. 5 years. Give me 5 years before you do redrafts. And listen, off-season redrafts, I get it. Content gets dry. We're in the mid. Like trade deadlines next week, Bubba. Yeah. What are we doing?
A million things to talk about.
Right now, just like Matrix Home Solutions.
Yeah, just like Matrix Home Solutions. Matrix Home Solution, that is your go-to for any home project. Looking for a new man cave, possibly one that has a face of Kevin O'Connor with a dartboard you could just throw some darts at. They are the basement remodel experts. They can do that for you. They also specialize in bathrooms and kitchens. Once again, they have an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau. Call 888-594-8844 or go to matrixhomesolutions.com.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Like a Ben Johnson for my Crocs.
Chris paint?
CJ in the Woodward Sports chat asked if you paint.
If I paint? No.
You kind of look like old boy from Wedding Crashers.
Oh, Todd the Painter?
I've seen that movie, but I forget who that is.
He's the one that ties up Vince Vaughn at night.
Put the camera on real quick.
I'm gonna Google this. I'm gonna hit the Google on the computer.
Honestly, though, that's one of the coldest nicknames. Tyler Alexander. They call him Todd the Painter because he looks like it and he, paints the strike zone.
I was rooting for him last year.
Yeah, I mean he's not a starter.
Yeah,
he'll be good.
He's a good outside of his role.
Long bullpen guy, but
yeah.
He's not a starter.
All right, guys.
Hopefully Turnbull comes back.
You heard Spinney say it. All I want to talk about is football. And I'm not. Oh, we got. Was it? Oh, someone on the phone.
Oh no, he sent a picture of Todd the Painter.
Oh, okay. Send it in Slack, JB, so Chris could save it and put it up on the screen.
I'll make it a graphic.
All right. Back to the lecture at hand. And this one I am excited to talk about. I couldn't stop laughing. So PFF, a lot of people live righteously and religiously by it. When we all argue, we pull up numbers, and people pull PFF numbers. I'm always quick to flip them a FU, And but today, Spinney, they
it fits my narrative, so I love them.
It fits my narrative, so I love them. And I guess like grade rating throughout the starting quarterbacks, whatever. Mm-hmm. Jared Goff, despite him being top 10 in most statistical categories this year, PFF had graded him 20.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, they use all those weird ass numbers like interceptable plays and shit like that.
Correct.
Shit that you don't like.
Yes, and that's like my whole beef for the PFF stuff is it's all subjective. They're not real stats. They're stats they literally made up. They made up these fucking stats. Please do not use them in an argument with me when you sound fucking stupid.
Yeah.
However, this one fits my narrative.
I'm sure admitting it.
PFF did a whole 10-minute segment of them just frying Jared Goff. The segment was the breakdown of the reason we did the grade or whatever it's called. And if we just have a quick, what do you call these, footnotes from this?
Cliff notes?
Yeah, cliff notes. Can you play that video, Chris?
Yeah.
Spark notes.
I like Jared Goff. I liked him coming out. Mm-hmm. He's a good, solid NFL starter. He's had a couple of rough years in there, including 2021 with the Lions. I think Goff epitomizes the mid-tier NFL quarterback. Again, I like Goff. He's a good, solid quarterback. He's fine. He is in the middle class of quarterbacks, which is, in the grand scheme of life, very impressive.
Who, again, I think it is worth making the point that he is a capable starting quarterback. That's about as far as I would go. Goff equals mid is what you're saying.
Oh, look at you. Good interpretation for me. That's great.
It's off the chain.
Damn, dude. You said in the epitome of life. That's pretty impressive.
That was bad, man.
That is rough.
God.
Ethered him.
Dude, solo camp this guy right now.
Oh, man, I fucking love it, baby. Why they have to go so hard, bro?
They did not. That was aggressive.
That was aggressive.
That was aggressive.
There's like personal shots in there.
Goff probably banged an old girl and he got a little salty.
It's not what happens, Spinny. We deal with what happens. These lunatics in the chats, the live chats, and on Twitter, or wherever the hell else you'll find them. The people who
multiple watches.
Yeah, the multiple watch guys in their basement making YouTube videos. Like we talk sports. We're supposed to talk sports.
Yes.
I never sit up here. I never bullshit you. I never lie to you. There was that one Michigan State time. I ain't gonna lie, but
yeah, that was
that was rough. And I paid the consequence for that, and I learned from it.
You got dragged.
But I'll never bullshit you. Like I'm never up here trying to give you a hot take. I'm never up here just like blatantly hating on somebody. I'm always gonna tell you. I'm gonna give it to you straight up, and how I feel and how I look at the situation. I'll give it to you as long as you want.
Classic.
And when I watched Jared Goff my entire life, I didn't watch him at Cal, but I was always like, eh. And one of the points they brought up in the ether of Jared Goff, this was like a diss track. This was unnecessary.
It was a little
like,
etherish.
I feel like we get
fuck JG.
yeah, fuck JG. I feel like we get a little out of hand with it, and I'm like, well, it's fair. Like we're the heavyweights. This is PFF, bro.
Yeah.
They called him mid to close it off.
I said some bad things about Jared Goff in my life. I'll admit that.
They probably say the same things behind closed doors, but it is what it is. And if you guys want the numbers, buy the numbers and take it with a grain of salt. It's PFF. You guys know how I feel about PFF, and here are the numbers behind why they ranked Goff the 20th best quarterback in the league, in their opinions. And one of them is 24 turnover-worthy plays.
See, like, what does that even mean?
So, I do agree with you. Like, what does that mean? And I gotta assume like some of it is like,
I could have got intercepted here. Like, look out.
But there are, and I get it. Like if you're gonna, it depends. Like what that, I need to know the context of a turnover-worthy play. Like if you're talking about in Chicago, there was a dropped interception.
Yeah.
In the Buffalo Bills game, he did that weird ass like, he did like a spin around. Like, he tried to pull a Joe Burrow warm-up video.
That was one of
what
the
he was
worst
doing.
plays I've ever seen.
Yeah, literally. Dropped interception by Matt Milano. I think there's another one. Matter of fact, I think there might have been two in the New York Giants game. I would consider those turnover-worthy plays, yeah. But I don't know what the context of their turnover-worthy plays are. But 24 of them, that's 3.6 of his throws. That puts him in line with Dak Prescott, in which they iterated in that video. By the way, when they turned, I'll get to that later. But they said Dak didn't even reach that number until like towards the end of the season. We got a little sloppy with the ball. That's upwards.
He also missed a bunch of games.
That too. But he's alongside with Josh Allen as well. Yeah. So there's that. Turnover-worthy plays. Take that with a grain of salt. Again, it's PFF. You guys love it. The other thing, too, is situationally is the one that Sam Monsoon brought up. And on 3rd and 4th down plays, he ranked 20th, and again, in turnover-worthy plays with 10 of them. Meaning, I think it was like, 43% of the passes he had in those situations were behind the sticks and or turnover-worthy. And that's not 50, but 43 is a big chunk. 2.9% big-time throw rate. If nothing sounds like a made-up stat more than a big-time throw rate, then there it is for you. But 2.9% is his big-time throw rate. What ranks him below, ready for this? Zach Wilson.
Yikes.
Taylor Heineke.
What is big-time throw rate, though? Davis
Mills. Dak Prescott. Derek Carr.
But what about?
Hey, hold on, let me say this part. It's my favorite part. I wish Neil was here for it. So that's in line with Tua before Tyreek Hill. this is their words.
What is big time throw rate? Is that like passing plays down the field? Or?
I gotta assume so, right? Like maybe a certain amount of air yards. I mean, we could look it up. I don't know if.
And I just want to say something. Rustin Burks in the Woodward Sports Chat, valued member of the Woodward Sports Chat, valued member of the heavyweights community. He said, if Goff gets a playoff win for the Lions, you haters can shut it. No.
Nope.
No. What?
Nope.
That is not something that is not the magnum opus of quarterbacking. Like one playoff win, a single thing happening. I understand as Lions fans, you haven't seen it in 30 years. We haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in my life. Like it's not something that happened for life, but it's not on us. It's not on our evaluation of quarterbacks for that to be held accountable. It's for the franchise to be held accountable. One playoff win doesn't make someone elite, doesn't change what they are, and I understand. Looking in the grand scheme of things, yes, Jared Goff is a middle-tier quarterback. But this year, he had a top 10 quarterbacking season. I will put that is true.
Yeah.
Jared Goff was a top 10 in the quarterback in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
But in his career, lengthwise, you know what he is, you see what he is, and that is a competent NFL starter. That is a guy who can win you games when he has a great team around him. That is a guy who can win a playoff game when he has a great team around him. But he's not elite.
And the thing I love too is you're proven wrong. No. What the no? We had an argument. It's been heated, and like back in the day when our arguments got heated. I mean, they still do. They get spirited. And I told you, I think Jared Goff has everything he needs this year that you could probably compare to what he had in LA when he had the best. I'm sorry, I think it was like the 13th best offense in league history. And we had a big argument over it. I gave you the receiving core. I discussed like the offensive line. Guess what happened? Goff had questionably his second or third best year of his career. I'm not proving me wrong. This is everything I told you is going to happen. When you give a mid to good tier quarterback like Jared Goff, the offensive line that he had, a Ben Johnson, an Amon-Ra St. Brown,
a 17 touchdown scoring running back,
DJ Chark. Yeah, like if he's performing less than that, the one thing I will say he impressed me with was the interceptions.
Yes,
100%.
That impressed the shit out of me.
Fewer interceptions than I expected. But I want to say the turnover worthy. I'm not going to point to their turnover worthy because I don't know what the hell that is. But you're not going to sit here and tell me that you didn't see that interception that he threw in Chicago that was dropped. You're not going to sit here and tell me that you didn't see that interception he threw against the Bills that was dropped by Matt Milano. You're not going to tell me you didn't see the same thing against the New York Giants and so on and so forth. And sometimes it's just the way the game goes. I don't truly like holding that against too many people unless you're starting to see it time and time over again, and it gets just missed opportunities by defenses at that moment. But he's more so. We said it actually yesterday when Anson was talking about extending Jared Goff. We said Jared Goff is more so the facilitator of this offense versus. Actually, no, I said this in the video too. The driver. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say he's a passenger just along for the ride of Ben Johnson's offense. He's the facilitator. He's not the. I told you this again. Big time players make big time plays. Jared Goff isn't. He's not doing that type of stuff for you.
No.
But in a system like this, where you have pieces around him, you should be successful.
That is vastly improving. That is getting more talented by the year.
Yes.
That has a lot of talent on offense and a great offensive mind in Ben Johnson. He makes plays. He makes things happen. He took care of the ball extremely well this year. Like I said, he had a top 10 year. Jared Goff had a top 10 year for sure.
And you know, we're going at fans when we come back. All right, tell us about Guardian Alarm.
I will. Because Guardian Alarm, it's a new year, so let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. With their 24/7 local monitoring, you can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. Call them at 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT. Call right now and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Got double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @centronworld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Don't be fat.
Don't be fat, and you can do that with the help of Custom Health Centers. You look at our very own Ryan Ermanni, who went from Corey Spaghetti to Corey Maggette. But in all seriousness, Ryan Ermanni enlisted the help of Custom Health Centers, and he's down almost 20 pounds. You can do the same. All you got to do is call them at 844-789-8446. That's 844-789-8446. Call Custom Health Centers today and let them help you reach your ideal weight.
What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
What up,
got
though?
young Chris in the TV booth, JB Smooth, the 1s and 2s, and we're going over the ether of Jared Goff. I can't help but to laugh, bro.
That was a hate fest.
That was like again, I always call them nerds, and I didn't know nerds could be that savage. They held nothing back. Mm-hmm. There was no holds barred, and this is one of the reasons I feel like if you're staring down the barrel of this year's draft, and you got a C.J. Stroud and maybe even a Will Levis there, even Bryce Young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling the trigger, and people, like they say, a comment came through today, and they're like, Woodward Sports never roots for Jared Goff. You guys, you just hate on him and all that good stuff like that. First and foremost, like our job again is to tell you guys like what we see and how we feel and be truthful about it. And that's all we're doing to you. If you want me to root for something, you want me to let you know what my rooting interest is in the Detroit Lions. I want my favorite team, the Detroit Football Lions, to be successful. And I'm sorry that I don't think that Jared Goff is a solution to that. Now, if you claim to be a Detroit Lions fan, how do you find yourself rooting for an individual more than the success of the team? Especially when you're given time and time over again mapped out situations of teams having success going a certain route and drafting that rookie quarterback and sitting that rookie quarterback, and just the history of the salary caps and these Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, and you still want to sit there and beg and plead for Jared Goff. What is wrong with you guys? Are you a Lions fan or are you a Jared Goff fan? Like I'm drawing a line, and you got to pick a side, because the other disgusting part about it is, like, in the scenario where they draft a quarterback, he's sitting for a year.
Yeah.
You still have Jared Goff. Jared Goff still has every opportunity to compete, to keep and hold the job.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not telling you that Brad Holmes is going to draft anybody, but sure as shit, if a Bryce Young, who's projected to be number one at certain drafts or certain prospects, falls to you at 6, I think you got to take it.
Yes.
Especially your GM already told you he believes in that philosophy alone.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to draw the line. What is your rooting interest? You want to claim to be a fan of the franchise, but you only want the success to happen underneath one particular guy, who, by the way, has only had one good season with you. What are we doing?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. I agree with you. It's like I said, Jared Goff he's a very solid quarterback. He is a competent, solid NFL starting quarterback, and he just had one of the best seasons of his career. So hats off to him. He had a great year, and you can't take that away from him. But if there is an ability to get better, if there's an ability to improve, if there's an opportunity that is somewhere to improve any position, Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes said they'll take it, no matter what it is. If they have the opportunity to get better, they're going to take it. And I understand supporting your guy, riding for your guy. He's my quarterback. We're going for him. But to talk about him like he is just irreplaceable is detrimental to not only the franchise but you as fans. Like you got to understand that shit changes in the NFL all the time.
Oh.
And there are better people out there.
We got Lindsey Hunter on the line.
Oh, Pat.
What's happening? Lindsey's a Jared Goff guy. Lindsey, you still there?
Yep, I'm here.
What up, though, man? Thank you for calling in.
No problem, fellas. How y'all doing?
Good, man. We you called us in a spirited Jared Goff discussion. But first and foremost, I wanted to ask you what I was texting you about between Isaiah Thomas and Kyrie Irving about who's got the better handles.
That's tough. It's hard for me ever to go against Isaiah because that was my guy growing up. So the best that I could do is just call it a push.
Call it a push. That's fair. Do you think Kyrie Irving would have been more limited in back in the day? Because I see how obviously you take the hand checking out of it, it's big, but I just see his bag as deeper. Like he has more dribble moves. He's more crafty.
Well, Isaiah, I've watched Isaiah. I've got to work out with him, and I've got to see him just do dribbling moves. And I've watched him do things that I was like, wow. And I've watched, I got to see Kyrie, even in high school. And so, man, that's a tough one because I just think Kyrie is, because he's more of a revolution and he's, younger and things have changed a little, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That's tough, man. I love both of them. And it's like the two guys that I never misplaced in today's game. I never missed Steph Curry. I never missed the Warriors, and I never missed the Brooklyn Nets. I never missed those two games. I watch them every single night.
Yeah, I agree. It's must-see TV. What that guy can do with the ball, he's a wizard.
Oh my! Did you see it last night?
I watched the highlights. Yeah.
That's what
I watched that game. Dude, it was the easiest 40 points I've ever seen.
You just can't stop him from getting to his spot. If he wants to get somewhere, he gets it.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's like he has hydraulics in his ankles.
Do you think Zeke in today's game would be able to do a lot of like the stuff we see from Kyrie? Like, do you think we see a different version from Zeke in today's NBA?
Man, I was talking to somebody about this the other day, one of my buddies. If Zeke was playing in today's NBA, he would have 2 MVPs.
Let's go. I agree. Because we're actually talking about that too. Because we talking about how Kyrie can go for 40, but doesn't necessarily mean the Nets are winning. Where like Zeke, he could do whatever, but he's playing to win.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think watching Kyrie of late when KD has been out, he's morphed into that. He's really playing to win now. He's not really just out there doing stuff. If you watch his numbers, he's getting ample assists, he's getting ample rebounds. He's doing what he has to do to try to win. Now, he doesn't have much support. Curry didn't play last night, so that hurt him a lot. And nobody else really did because Ben Simmons was a donut. So it was tough. But 46 and whatever, that's crazy.
Yeah, if you put Zeke's tenacity and his mindset and the way he attacked basketball into Kyrie Irving's body, that'd be the best point guard of all time. That would be something nuts.
Right. Well, I think the biggest thing is Kyrie, and I told my son this, I said, if Kyrie took a summer and said, you know what, I'm going to get in the best physical condition that I've ever been in, get my body at its peak, I said, he's easily win MVP.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. I really wish. That's why I feel bad. Even okay. Actually, let's do this because we had this conversation last night too. Top 3 power forwards all time in order.
Good question.
Power forward. Man, Tim Duncan's number 1. Man. I got Timmy as 1. Although I don't like Karl Malone, I got to give him 2. He's the third guy.
KG or Chuck? That's what we were arguing about.
Yeah, that's tough. I got to go with KG.
Yeah. Let's go. That's what I said.
That's fair.
I said KG. They said Chuck. Well, no disrespect to Chuck, but
I had no disrespect to Chuck, but he loses points with me because he's so silly.
And I just feel like KG got that dog.
Oh, yeah, KG
scares me, bro.
Yeah. I love KG.
Hey, man, funny story. When I was with the Bulls, I was trying to mentor Derrick Rose. KG was hurt when we were playing them in the playoffs. Dude, we got into the biggest argument back and forth for the entire series. I'm looking him face to face. We calling each other all types of names.
Oh man!
It was crazy. It was crazy. But he knew me. He knew me from Detroit. He knew like I'm never gonna back down. I don't care what you say. You gotta go in the alley and box this out.
Hey, Carmelo tried it.
Yeah, Carmelo tried it for sure.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. Because listen, guys, most of the guys in the NBA, there are very few that will fight.
I agree.
The ones that will fight, you will know because we'll say something to you that you'll be like, okay, this dude is cool.
And I'm sure KG was one of those dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Lindsay, I appreciate you calling in, man. We got to pay some bills. We got to get you on the heavyweights one of these days, man.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, man, let me know. Let me know.
Hell yeah, especially with football season winding down. We got to talk some hoops. Who better to have on?
Yeah, man, we got to talk to the Niners, too. You know I'm a Niner fan.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Who would you rather have this Sunday, Brock Purdy or Jared Goff?
Brock Purdy. What? You see what this man is doing right now?
Ball. Undefeated.
Yep.
Never lost.
Never
Never
lost.
LeVar Ball. All right, Lindsay, I'm going to hit you up. Maybe get you on Monday.
Okay, I think I'll be on the show Monday. Actually, I'm taking it easy. Easy will be out Monday, so I'll be there anyway. I can pull a double shift.
Okay. Oh, man, I appreciate you so much, man. Lindsay, thank you.
Appreciate you, Lindsay. Have a great night, man.
All right, fellas.
Lindsay's the man.
Yeah, he is the man.
By the way, for those of you who heard him say Eazy, that's also Braylon's nickname.
Yeah.
When he's growing up. Fun fact. Following the footsteps of my idols.
They said Eazy, you petty in the chat.
It was a serious question.
A good question.
It was a serious question.
He said Carmelo #2.
Yeah, I mean, we dismissed him all for hater bias a little bit.
Hater bias.
We all
like I said, Karl Malone is the best low post scorer in the history of the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, other than like Kareem.
By the way, that podcast, Chris, when's that coming out?
That's coming out tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Make sure you guys keep an eye out for that one. Strictly basketball?
Strictly hoop talk.
Strictly hoop talk? Oops. That's my
guy
bad.
Spencer's know me less and got it right.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, you
we were neighbors.
You denied me when I first offered you this gig.
Yeah. Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Tell us about Big Boy.
Second chances make champions.
Let's
You ain't
get
a
back
champ,
to-
stop lying. Let me tell you about Big Boy, because wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the classic meatloaf or Cajun chicken Alfredo. What about breakfast? They got stuffed potato pancakes, the Lumberjack, the Santa Fe Garden, or the Blockbuster. Stop by your local Big Boy today and satisfy those taste buds.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Markets, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
The Monroe Street Midway has swapped out roller skating, basketball, and mini golf for a giant Arctic slide, winter bumper cars, and indoor arcade and puck putt. With free entry to the site, enjoy a variety of new activities aimed at creating exceptional winter experiences for everyone. Get to the Midway this winter to enjoy tasty treats and make magical memories during the most wonderful time of the year. Those tasty treats include, but are not limited to, burgers, pierogi, homemade chili, chicken sandwiches, mac and cheese bites, plus gluten-free and vegan goodies, so everyone has something to eat. And of course, coming soon, the Woodward Sports Winter Olympics. You'll be able to compete against Darren McCarty, Braylon Edwards, Adam, Ryan Ermanni, Jeff Ifrady, the heavyweights, and all of the Woodward Sports family in Monroe Street Midway games. So make sure you go check out deck.detroit.com for all your winter information. And make sure you go downtown and check out the Monroe Street Midway, presented by Bedrock Detroit.
What up, welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin More Racks. We got young Chris in the TV booth, JB Smooth, the ones and twos. We're kind of all over the place today. It's a Friday, so we're big chilling. But I guess to bring it back to the Jared Goff stuff, we're gonna move on from the Jared Goff stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
we can play that video game. That's hilarious.
Honestly, I would be down to watch the video game, but maybe we should go. Actually, no, I do want to see it one more time.
The final.
See it one more time, please.
All right, let's play it one more time.
Pure hate breeding.
Yeah. Run that back, Turbo.
Run it back, Turbo.
I like Jared Goff. I liked him coming out. Mm-hmm. He's a good, solid NFL starter. He's had a couple of rough years in there, including 2021 with the Lions. I think Goff epitomizes the mid-tier NFL quarterback. Again, I like Goff. He's a good, solid quarterback. He's fine. He is in the middle class of quarterbacks, which is, in the grand scheme of life, very impressive.
Who, again, I think it is worth making the point that he is a capable starting quarterback. That's about as far as I would go. Goff equals mid, is what you're saying.
Good interpretation for me. That's great.
He said in the grand scheme of life. That's pretty impressive. That is some real hater shit.
Yeah.
Like,
that's no. That's true.
I mean, it is true.
You know how hard it is, one, to make it to the NFL?
Yeah, I know, but putting it
two,
like that.
To start in the NFL.
Yes, it is impressive to be an NFL player.
Maybe starting quarterbacks are ass. Like
putting it
mid-tier.
Like that, putting it like
is
that
impressive.
is impressive. That's
it's
hater.
just disrespectful.
That is disrespectful.
In life, Goff is shitting on all of us.
Yeah.
You can call me a Goff hater all you want to. You're blue in the face. He is shitting on me and the epitome of life.
Wow, look at you being fair, Easy.
I'm just kidding.
He's got a finance.
That's why I'm saying
he's got a finance fiance.
Yeah.
He's got millions of dollars.
He's playing.
He's one of the 32 best people in the world at the thing he does.
Yeah. He's playing my favorite sport for a job. To be a mid-tier quarterback.
Imagine playing sports for a job,
man. He's successful.
I mean,
he's not lying. It's not a hater line. That's true.
Playing the sport, takes a lot of dedication throughout the year. But
what? Oh yeah.
Playing football as your job, making millions of dollars to play football would be so amazing. I remember when my mom started crying at me because she found out I was smoking weed. She was like,
"You'll never be Jared Goff."
Yeah, basically, she's like, "How are you gonna get to the NFL?" I was like, "Mom, if I want to be in the NFL, my position, I got to grow a foot and put on 70 pounds, like
a muscle."
Yeah, I got to be 6'8". 320 if I want to play left tackle in the NFL.
But now look at it. Half the NFL players can smoke weed.
That's true.
Look.
That's true.
See?
You were ahead of the curve.
I was ahead of the curve.
Revolutionary.
Yeah.
No, I mean, again, the mid-tier quarterback in the NFL, I feel like that's success in the epitome of life. But
Goff wasn't mid-tier this year, objectively, says MMS Slurp Goff 1, 2, 3, 4. He's right. He's right.
He's right, though.
He had a top 10 year.
100%.
But in the entirety of his career, that's what he is. He is a solid NFL quarterback.
I'll
give you that any day of the week.
I'm not trying to pile on, but like, I guess I can't say this even because Ben Johnson's not, certainly staying past this year. But you're watching Kyle Shanahan do what he's done with multiple different quarterbacks at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, please, dear God, know that Ben Johnson can do it with the same amount of quarterbacks, and definitely again, like, Goff is mid-tier. Goff is mid to good. But like, if I'm looking at, if there's a guy with more talent, I
wonder how awkward like his face-to-faces are with Michael Brockers, because Michael Brockers was the guy on the Rams that when they traded for Stafford said, Bet, we finally got a quarterback. And then got traded to the Lions.
Well, I'll never forget, too, after the first game last
Shanahan
year.
is overrated.
Dude. Who said that? Brad. That's wild.
That is wild.
That is a wild take. Love you, Rad. That's wild. You might be trolling. I don't know.
He's got to be trolling.
But Murph, Goff is Mark Brunell.
That is blasphemous.
Yeah. I feel like Goff is a little bit better than Mark Brunell. With the pull numbers. By the numbers. I'm actually genuinely curious. That
it'll be different, too, because they didn't throw it as much back then.
He's Jimmy G.
Yeah, he's a solid start. I think he's a little bit better than Jimmy G.
Yeah.
But he's a solid starting NFL quarterback.
Yeah. And if I have a guy that is a higher skill set, if I know that I could coach him up to be, look at the season that Jared Goff's having. If I have this is disrespectful because these people haven't hit the league yet and they may be trash, but I think C.J. Stroud has a better skill set.
I think
than Jared Goff.
C.J. Stroud is very similar to Jared Goff.
I think I can't say the same for Will Levis. I don't get the infatuation with Will Levis. I do see the arm strength. I do see the size. Is he scrambling like that? I don't want to talk about
Will Levis.
Yeah,
he's mobile. He can move around.
Yeah. And when I say mobile too, my difference between like scramble and mobile.
Run, yeah.
Is he able to extend the play type?
Yeah,
mobile?
he can extend the play.
Yeah, and that's where like I'd rather have that when shit goes bad. When shit hits the fan, I have a guy that can. Yeah, I have a guy that can still ball out there. That's just why I'm looking forward to quarterback. And if I don't have that, I'm certainly not extending that. I'm certainly not paying that over that percentage. I'm not going to say it because I know it drives people crazy. I'm not doing that. But I'll give you this for MMS and whoever else in the chat that loves Jared Goff, Doughboy. You're my guy. You rock with the heavy since Studio B. Jared Goff is set with a president that I don't know that too many other people in his shoes have been in the past, and that's having a Brad Holmes and having the extra draft capital to put like pieces around him, because Trent Dilfer did win a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
There are names like that.
It's a much different league than when Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. I hate when people say that.
I know.
40 years ago.
Who was like the last Dilfer-esque guy to win one?
To win a Super Bowl?
Yeah. Probably the corpse of Peyton Manning. Was that disrespectful to say?
No, for sure, the corpse of Peyton Manning.
But even then, he had like a cerebral.
He was making
he's a computer in his freaking head.
Open. He does have a giant head.
That's why his head's so big. It's a computer.
People say Joe Flacco, but Joe Flacco was lights out. Lights out. He had one of the best postseasons of all time.
Thank you. Arguably one of the greatest postseasons of all time.
I think it was like 16 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Insane.
Yeah. He was dropping dimes, too.
You know what I had to admit last year, too? Stafford might have had a better postseason, or at least close to it last year.
Than Flacco? It was close, for sure. Flacco was going crazy in that series. Foles, people are saying Nick Foles.
Yeah, great, like postseason-wise?
Yeah.
The last Dilfer-esque.
Golfish.
Yeah, but Foles balled out in that game. Let me pull it up, actually. I'm curious.
Foles was probably, but also, he's a spot start guy.
I guess I should pull up his stats from, the entire, postseason run?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that.
It is impressive, but Flacco was insane in that. And he had a cannon. When Flacco was healthy, he still has a cannon. You saw it on the Jets in the beginning of the year. He was still uncorking, 50-yard bombs. He's just a statue now.
There's some stuff that I'm sometimes just scared to think out loud because it might maybe
give Goff his flowers. Give Goff his flowers for what?
We've always kept it real about Goff.
I literally said he's a top 10 quarterback this year 40 times. What do you want me to say?
I think that's why the PFF people did what they did. It was comments like that.
Yeah.
To be fair though, they ranked him 20th. That's just wild in itself though. PFF, I'm with you on everything you had to say about the man. But ranking him 20th this year is crazy.
20th this year is crazy.
Wild.
And those I don't like PFF.
How about this actually?
It's wild if Easy's defending PFF. Or attacking PFF.
You're still not giving credit. Giving credit for what? Are you an idiot?
Who is it?
Are you literally just stupid?
Hey.
Because I said it 5 times.
Hey, be nice.
And saying he's a top 10 quarterback isn't giving him credit. Get his dick out of your mouth.
Oh, my gosh.
Jesus.
It's a Friday. Who said that? Who's asking that?
I don't know. This guy.
He just left.
Yeah.
You missed him.
He goes to a different school.
He goes to a different school. Whoever it is, call in. I want to hear I'm curious.
It's probably a Justin Burner account.
Adam,
Tanisha or whatever. Tanisha, that was always
yeah, that was so funny. As soon as he called him out for he exposed himself, and then guess what happened? Tanisha stopped commenting.
Tanisha's gone.
I want Tanisha to come back. Adam and Jeff said Goff was the second best quarterback in the NFC. I could agree to that. I come to agreement on that on this year. Do you think that's like the?
He's the second best quarterback in the NFC.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll pull it up for you. This year, sure, statistically, Jalen Hurts is
number one. Do you think Geno's in there? Geno tapered off, but he did have better stats. Didn't we do that already?
What? Ranking our quarterbacks?
We ranked the NFC quarterbacks.
Did we?
When
we didn't end the season though.
When the Pro Bowl voters.
Yeah,
you guys just did top 10, and you point out that he was your second
but I
best.
remember making the graphic of the NFC quarterbacks with Jalen Hurts, Geno, Kirk Cousins, and Goff.
Do you know what? Let's talk that, and then we'll go into playoffs. That's a good discussion. Whoever pissed off Spinny, I'll put the phone number in the chat too. If you want to call, if you want to give us his flowers, give us. I would love to hear everything behind that. I have no problem doing it. Just give me some reasons. But before that, let me tell you guys about Swiss Insurance, because for the last 9 weeks, Swiss has saved its clients an average of 26% on their insurance premiums while increasing the coverage. That's a lot of money to free up for those Michigan Panthers playoff tickets, all right? Come meet us down there. The Abbeys will be there. This is Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals where they beat all competitors by $5.
$5?
$5 easy. Don't forget to pick up Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Caltan, and Swedish Beauty Lotions. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. The hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. ChiliPeppersTanning.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodsportsCom. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Rex. We've got your Chris and TD Roof, JB Smooth, the 1s and 2s. JB, you've been quiet today, man. I apologize. And we've been going off. Are we out of pocket? Was PFF out of pocket? Where are you with all this stuff?
I think PFF is out of pocket. The whole diss track that you guys had, or that they had for him, it's a little wild. Like, I know they make up facts here and there, but still at the same time, it's like, chill out. Yes, he might be a just mid quarterback, but still, he's the Detroit Lions quarterback. He's our quarterback. We kind of got to deal with him. So
he had a great season. Yeah,
he had a great season. Let's give him his flowers for that. But like, come on, let's lay off of the golf hate for a little bit. We do got a phone call, so let me take this for you guys.
Okay. Who is it? You know who it is?
No, he's taking it right now.
Oh, okay.
Pause.
Wild.
You wild for that, bro.
Yeah, I don't say it, somebody else will, bro.
So before we went to break, in the Morning Woodward show, Adam and Jeff, that Goff ranked as the second best quarterback in the NFC. I don't have the specifics on that, and maybe some of you guys in the Woodward Sports chat, if you were there to listen for it, I don't know if it's going into next year or just based off this past year's performance, but I feel like there's argument for like this past year's performance. Yeah.
For him to be number 2?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he's up there. I mean, I'd have to look at Geno Smith's and Kirk Cousins' numbers. Geno Smith did taper off at the end of the year for sure, but he's definitely up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say if there's another argument for number 2, And I'll pull up Geno Smith's stats too, because Geno also ran the ball a little bit. We know Goff's stats. I think what was it, 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 4,200 yards.
He had 4,438 yards, 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Okay, so Geno Smith, 30 touchdowns through the air, 11 interceptions, and then rushing the ball, he actually had. Give me 1 second here. Trying to see how many touchdowns he had rushing. Just a 1.
Just 1.
Against who? Guess who? Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions.
Yeah. So had hella yards rushing though. I think Geno would be an argument for number 2.
I wouldn't be mad if you put Goff over Geno.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be mad if you put Goff over Geno. Yeah. Are we disrespecting Purdy?
No, he played 8 games.
That's fair.
Purdy. Yeah, you could put Joe through, JB.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot we had someone calling.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Yo, Joe.
My bad, guys. I'm sorry. I was trying to get my phone off speaker.
You're good, man.
You're good.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Big fan of the show. Thanks for taking my call.
No problem.
Trying to run out of Planet Fitness right now, get my workout on.
Shout
hey,
out.
I was just trying to share my thoughts on Jared Goff. Spinball, man, I didn't mean to piss you off, dude. I wasn't trying to be crazy or anything. I just kind of wanted to say my thoughts, dude. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's double standard because you say Goff, you guys said Goff is mid, but then say he's top 10. I feel like those are counter comments. Like you can't say the guy's mid, but be like he's good in top 10. Quarterbacks, I feel, don't really hit their peak until at least year 8 because the game starts to slow down for them. You look at Stafford. As soon as Calvin Johnson retired, that was year 7. He went into year 8. He had his best year, right? Those 8 out of 9 come from behind wins, right? He started playing better. He started to feel better, even though the team was still bad. He still got better. Garrett Goff had his best year in year 7, and he's only going to get better. Not every quarterback is generational talent and can jump out the gate like a Joe Burrow, like a Patrick Mahomes. You see what I'm saying? I feel like Goff can still be that guy. He can still be that guy, and he can get better. I mean, he went the last 10 games, 8 games without throwing an interception. That's phenomenal.
That is
I feel like we're not giving it enough credit.
That is very impressive.
That's all I'm saying, guys.
Yeah,
I love this show. Thanks for taking my call.
Of course.
No problem.
Appreciate you calling in, and I'm sorry for yelling at you.
I was like,
I'm gonna cry later, but it's okay. All right, guys. I'll see you later.
Joe. Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for calling in, Joe. Although I don't agree. Yeah, I feel bad now. I don't agree with the. It takes 8 years for a quarterback to be good or to reach their best years in their prime.
For sure it doesn't, yeah.
But what I'm saying when I say he had a top 10 season this year, but you look at his skill set and what he brings to the table, and that's where he is average. He is a solid NFL starter.
I'll put you this way. Top 10 season Jared Goff had, undebatable. We're agreeing to that one. Did Geno Smith have a top 10 season this year?
Yeah, he'd have to. Yeah,
right.
It was borderline.
So, do you think he's going to continue that? You think that's going to carry on?
I don't think.
How about this? I'll do one better for you. And we got another caller. But before we get to them, Derek Carr last year. My guy Adam wanted to give him the MVP.
Yeah.
What happened to him this year?
Not great.
And that's just what happens.
Even though he had a first-team All-Pro running back and
Devontae Adams,
who I think is the best receiver in the NFL.
Like, that's just what happens with those mid to good tier quarterbacks. Like, you're not going to get that type of consistency from them. I mean, Jared Goff is an example of that. When you go to that 2021 season before last year, like you're going to fluctuate. When you have a Patrick Mahomes, a Joe Burrow, a freaking Herbert, even had a down season this year, but T. Law I'm going to put in there now too. I guarantee he's going to have another good season next year. They have good season after good season after good season. That's what good quarterbacks give you. When you have that mid-tier quarterback, they're not able to give you that on a consistent basis. And that's just all it is. Because, again, they're not the driver, they're the facilitator. Who else we got on the line, JB? What up, though? Thank you for calling to Heavyweights.
What is up, my guys? How you guys doing tonight?
What up, Scott?
Good. How you doing?
Not too bad, gentlemen. Ready for this playoff weekend. Damn.
Yeah, championship weekend is one of my favorite weekends of the year.
It is. Almost better than...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What's going on, man?
Oh, not too much. Just wanted to and throw my thoughts out on the whole Jared Goff situation. It wouldn't be a bad idea to pick up the QB in the later rounds just to sit behind Goff to pick something up. Because, I mean, who knows if we're going to keep him or not. And then on the other note, it's going to be the 49ers over Philly. Kansas City is going to lose to Cincinnati. And what are your guys' thoughts on if the Lions don't take a QB or a cornerback in the first round, but they decide to go get that middle linebacker out of Cincinnati, number 0? What are your thoughts?
Thank you for calling in, Scott.
Appreciate you, Scott.
Spinny, I am. I don't watch too much college ball till it gets to off season. And that, I'm just reviewing like draft prospects at that point.
Mhm.
Who is this number 0?
He's a stud. I mean, but I don't think Brad Holmes is going to go and get a linebacker in the first round.
Especially if we. I'll put it this way. I don't watch a lot of college ball. I watch the big games. I love you, Scott. If Scott can't name this gentleman's name, I don't think he's worth a first round pick.
Yeah.
If he was worth a first round pick, my man Scott would be able to know his name. Trent Simpson is a consensus number 1 overall for the linebacker position right now. I know Trent Simpson's name, and I don't watch college football, but I know that Trent Simpson is one of the better linebackers in this year's draft class. That's how I feel about number 0 for Cincinnati. And I will look him up. I'll do that during the break. Do you look him up? I know you're typing away on your computer.
I was trying to, but it's tough. What are you saying about the championship games, though? Yes, who we got. We're definitely going to talk about that in a little bit.
Yes.
But I'm so excited for this weekend of football, man.
Which game are you? I can't even decide which game I'm more excited for, honestly.
Bengals Chiefs.
I'm not trying to sound corny. I'm like serious. I don't even know. I can't find a number 0 on Cincinnati. Their roster's starting at number 2 for me.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But
Scott, find a name for me, but if you can.
Patty Grimes said O.J. Simpson. Yeah.
O.J. Simpson.
Be a good choice.
Yeah.
Definitely a legend. He's got some killer moves in the backfield.
What were we talking about before? Oh. Really, that's what I wanted to correlate it to for
really,
some people.
Really gashes through the defense.
I'm not going there. I'm not.
What, man? He's a showstopper. Lethal with the ball in his hands.
Oh man, is it time for a commercial break yet?
Maz is gonna come in here and yell at me.
Tell us about Planet Fitness.
I will, because Planet Fitness is the home of the Judgment Free Zone. It's also the official studio sponsor of Woodward Sports, where you can work out for just $10 a month in a judgment-free atmosphere, or upgrade to the Black Card for unlimited guest privileges, hydro massage, and more. Join in Club online at planetfitness.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
At Alta,
uptime
matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. You got a big project coming up? Alta Rent has you covered. Make sure you give them a call today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Alta Equipment where
uptime
matters. What'd you do?
Oh, I just cracked my back. It felt really good.
Yeah, squeeze out a fart. It sounds like it hurts.
Remember when I farted in the studio? Bean shook the camera.
Yeah, that was wild.
Legendary moment.
That was. I promise to everybody listening, that was not an edit. That was crazy.
Legendary moment. Legendary moment in heavyweight history.
You know what hurts worse is like, I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say. It's gonna make everything sound worse. But
I'll say it.
So sometimes, like, you know, we'll cut a clip from the show. You know, maybe a good take we had. That video did. So maybe our takes are ass. Worse than the fart.
Video did numbers. Dude, people love farts, man. Farts are always funny.
And then I thought we were gonna get in trouble because like Studio B at the time was like brand new.
Yeah.
And you bragged about the Chad, and I was like, "Oh God!" And they loved it.
Chad loved it.
They loved you farting
it literally
on the
shook
microphone
the
that people
camera.
put their mouths up to.
That was a lot. We were the only people in Studio B at the time.
We were the people thriving at Studio B.
Yeah, we were the OGs. of Studio B.
We burnt them. We popped the bottles in that mofo. We broke it open.
Yeah, facts.
Brute Rosé.
Brute Rosé. You said Brute Rose.
Yeah, Brute Rose. Had Ariel Hawani on while I had COVID. You were
Yeah.
You're like, you can't talk about it.
Yeah,
dude.
I was. I did get a little pissed.
Dude, you were super pissed.
That was still, you know, peak
And I was
COVID.
like, I want to talk about what I want to talk about on this podcast. All right. Championship weekend is here. 3 rookie quarterbacks within the championship weekend. But we're moving on. Rookie deals. Quarterback position.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
You go NFC or AFC?
Let's go AFC first. I'm more
AFC?
excited, I'm more excited about the AFC.
Okay.
You look at it, and it's a rematch from last year.
Yeah.
Cincinnati Bengals. People make fun of how I say Bengals, but I don't care. And
Say it.
Bengals.
Bengals?
Apparently I say Bengals, like
Bengals.
Bangals instead of Bengals.
Bengals.
So people always say it in the chat.
All right.
But the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Kansas City Chiefs, the 2 best quarterbacks in the league, going at it head to head in Burrowhead, ready to go after it. You look at Patrick Mahomes trying to get the monkey of Joe Burrow off of his back, has yet to beat him in their head to heads, and Joe Burrow is just a monster. Joe Burrow is something else. They are bringing in the best receiving core in the NFL, period. They're bringing in a much better defense than they had last year. And it's going to be impressive to see them. The way the Bengals got after the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen was impressive to me. Obviously, the Chiefs probably had the 2nd or 3rd best offensive line in the NFL. But you look at how they got after Josh Allen. If they can do that to Patrick Mahomes, it'll be extremely impressive. And a lot of the pressures they got on Josh Allen were not just beating their defensive line. They were schemed. They were schemed pressures on blitzes from safeties and cornerbacks that the Bills did not see coming, and they just got a free run at Josh Allen. So, also, you know, Patrick Mahomes dealing with a little injury.
Yeah.
Had the high ankle sprain. I'm sure he's not 100%, but he's not going to let that be a factor. I am extremely excited for this game. I'm extremely excited for this matchup of quarterbacks. I'm extremely excited for the storyline to continue to build between these two, who are the 2 best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Man.
And I got the Bengals winning this one and going to the Super Bowl. I got Joey B going 4-0 against Patty Mahomes.
Yeah, it's crazy too because the Bengals were my Super Bowl pick, and then the offensive line injuries happened. They were down 2 of their guys, and so I switched to the Bills last week, and in the snow, and I still took the Bills. I'm thinking no offensive line. Joe Burrow's gonna get creamed, but the Bills pass rush mid. No Von Miller still. They couldn't get to him, and part of the reason was that people were saying it was because of snow. But then that, just as you said, on the other side of the ball, the Bengals defense was able to.
They were getting after Josh Allen.
Yeah, and
they
then Josh Allen making some ugly throws. Chris Jones. Is that possibly there being no snow?
No, I'm not. No.
And I'm not even expecting to waiver. I'm just trying to, I guess.
I mean, he's going to be a factor for sure. Chris Jones is the best interior defensive lineman
Clark.
in the NFL.
I'm just trying to create conversation because Carl Loftus.
Yeah.
I took the Bengals too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the beginning, before the playoffs even started, you and I both took Bengals. And I don't even know who I took out of the NFC.
I took the Bengals and the Niners.
I think I threw a tweet out there in the NFC. But, yeah.
Seahawks.
They're just more of a complete team right now. I know one thing that I hate when we had the Joe Burrow versus Patrick Mahomes conversation is I feel like, and Joe Burrow's damn good. I'm not telling you that Joe Burrow's not.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow is like,
Joe Burrow's a dog.
He's more cerebral than he gets credit for.
He's built to play quarterback.
Yeah, and you know,
he plays
shocked
the biggest
Lucas.
games.
Lucas gave him credit for this one, but he said he's more of a, like you said, more of a quarterback than Josh Allen is. Josh Allen's more of the freak athlete like LeBron, where you have like a more skill set guy. I don't know, whatever player you want to use for this one, Steph Curry. I don't know. Yeah, Joe Burrow's that. You know, you're not going to man cover a team with T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Tyler Boyd.
Yeah.
And then when you switch the zone, Joe just knows where he's going.
Yeah. And
on top of that, go ahead.
I was just going to say they also, Joe Mixon's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Samaje Perine catching the ball in the backfield is pretty dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And Hayden Hurst is good, too. Hayden Hurst is not bad. He's a good tight end.
By the way, don't discount the gentleman, Zach Taylor, who got him the damn dance, too. He's a big part of that as well. And rookie deal, they afforded that defense. They went out there and bought that defense. So for all the people who are saying, we need to go defense because we need defense. If the quarterback was there, and I'm not telling you that's what Brad Holmes is going to do, but I'm saying if the quarterback was there, and he did go that route, you could point to Cincinnati Bengals, who just bought their defense for Joe Burrow and the boys and helping them go to Super Bowls. You go the same route when you look at L.A. when they went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. Bought that defense. I'm talking Jalen Ramsey, Dante Fowler, Dominican Sue. Like, the list goes on and on. Like, when you have that rookie deal, you can afford those types of defenses.
Mm-hmm.
All-star, just cast, studded. Stop using that excuse. I hate that excuse. But anyway, back to the game.
Look what the Eagles did this year.
Yeah. Seriously though, and then there were a little bit of their offense too. I don't know that Patrick Mahomes will be able to perform as Patrick Mahomes, and I hate that for him. I campaign for my fellow lightskins because the narrative's gonna go. Joe Burrow is the number one quarterback in the league. Yeah. He's 4-0 against Patrick Mahomes.
3-0.
Yeah, well, I'm saying Monday if the Bengals win.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Patrick Mahomes not healthy. And that's just how he plays. He scrambles. He's not truly a pocket passer. The one thing, we just jumped up and down and whipped it downfield last week. Like, he's truly talented. But I was even watching a little bit of stuff from I was watching the game, Bengals and Chiefs from earlier this season when the Bengals beat them again. And one of the plays that Patrick Mahomes hit was on freaking him rolling out and throwing to Kelsey. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that with the ankle.
It's going to be tough. He's going to have a little hesitation. He's going to have a little stumble in it. And Neil brought up a point on BDE today about if they lose, if he can't beat Joe Burrow, if Joe Burrow goes to the Super Bowl again, possibly wins the Super Bowl, which I think they would if they got there. What do you do? Is Patrick Mahomes falling into the Aaron Rodgers-esque arc where you win one early, you're the most talented guy at the position? Obviously, Patrick Mahomes, the story is not set. Patrick Mahomes is still very young into his career, has a lot of deep runs in the playoffs, but cash in only one. And Sam Flannel yelled at me about disrespecting Patrick Mahomes and stuff like that. I was like, when did I disrespect Patrick Mahomes? The only because I said Joe Burrow was better earlier, but I said the only I disrespect two Mahomeses, and neither of their names are Patrick. And that's, his wife and brother. I don't respect that.
I was like, what?
I hate those people.
Mahomes is when you put it in plural there, my whole brain shut down.
Mahomes. But it's, does Patrick need to cash in another one early? Or he starts second-guessing different things. Obviously, like I said, he's still got a very long and fruitful career ahead of him. So can't paint any of those pictures yet, but it does creep in the back of the mind.
I mean, you already know my philosophy on it all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if Eazy had his way, Patrick Mahomes is going to win a Super Bowl for the rest of his career.
It's not having my way.
I know,
but that's what happened to Aaron Rodgers.
It is.
He was a victim of it this year, too. I mean, I broke his thumb, too, but he lost Devontae Adams. You're calling the number one wide receiver in the league.
I think,
And that's no, I'm not discrediting that at all. It could be a very true statement. I think it's debatable, whatever, but it alternates. Those guys are all amazing, but that's what happens, man. Mm-hmm. It's a team sport, and I said yesterday too. In the salary cap era, more than ever, as talented. But that's the one guy I could also see breaking that. It is Patrick Mahomes, because if I'm being honest with you, a healthy Patrick Mahomes this Sunday, I'm not as easily siding with the Bengals, and I almost just have to ride with the Bengals because they're my postseason pick. But Patrick Mahomes is good enough to make something happen.
If the Bengals beat the Chiefs, they're winning the Super Bowl.
I will say this: if they do it, it'll be more of a team effort than it is. I mean, quarterbacks get all the credit anyway, but I think Chris Jones and Frank Clark will have a lot to do with it. If the Chiefs
I just think with how good Joe Burrow is and that trio of receivers, you cannot stop them from scoring the ball.
Yeah.
You cannot stop them from scoring the ball. That is too elite of an offense.
Bengals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, Joe Mixon is
Yeah.
a pretty damn good running back, too.
That's what I'm saying,
And
man.
Hayden Hurst is a very solid tight end option. The only reason he's on the Bengals was because Atlanta drafted Kyle Pitts.
Yep. He was a starter.
So, yeah, he was good. He was good.
Yeah.
Like, he was making plays.
Yeah. Hey, if there's a guy to break it, I think it'd be Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
And I think like this year more specifically proved it to me because we saw him now without his other piece in Tyreek Hill. Ooh, let me ask you that. Actually, if Tyreek Hill's in this game, you think it changes anything?
No.
No. Because of the ankle or what?
Well, actually, yeah, I think it would change something.
Because I don't remember where I heard this.
This is the most complete Chiefs team that I've ever seen.
Stop.
This is the best offensive line that's been in front of Patrick Mahomes by far. Isaiah Pacheco is a legitimate running back option. And their defense is much better than it was in the past couple of years.
Stop. What was the running back when they won? What was the CH? Was it?
Damian Williams.
Yeah. But Damian Williams.
Or Darrell Williams. I think both of them.
Damian Williams. Yeah, it might have been both, yeah.
Yeah, Damian Williams.
Damian Williams.
I won a fantasy championship off of him, too.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But let me ask you this, though, because, like, Damian Williams, Isaiah Pacheco is constantly. Although I do like Pacheco.
I think Pacheco's better.
He's super aggressive. You think he's better?
Yeah.
Damian Williams was, like, nice in his day, too.
He was solid, yeah.
I don't know if there's the most complete team.
Their offensive line is astronomically better than it has been in the past 5 years.
If you were to go, like, everybody healthy on paper, I think you'd also that the team that lost to Tom Brady, if Patrick Mahomes had his offensive line that game,
They win that game.
Yeah, I think
For
so
sure.
too. Because what was the point total, like 21 or?
I think they only had 9 points in that game. The
No,
Chiefs.
but I'm trying to think of how many the Bucks had in that one.
But it was just Patrick Mahomes running for his life.
I know that's going to be the narrative come Monday, and I'm fully aware that Patrick Mahomes is currently 0-3 against Joe Burrow. Last year, AFC Championship game too. That's what I was going to tell you. On the way in, I heard, and I don't remember this, but the Chiefs were up like 20-3 before, obviously, ultimately losing that game.
Holy shit!
Kind of crazy. Maybe you don't want to discount them too much, but ultimately I do think it's Joe Burrow and the boys' team's way too complete. What about you, JB?
Oh, I'm taking Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Easy. Like, he's owned Patrick Mahomes these past 3 games. This is going to be a walk in the park for him, just like the last game was. So, it's Burrow for me.
I don't know about walk in the park, but yeah, they were up 21-3.
And it was at halftime, or when was it?
It was in the second quarter.
Yeah,
And then
Chiefs were up 23 in the second quarter.
the Bengals scored a touchdown before half, and then they shut them out 11-0 in the third quarter.
Zach Taylor, baby.
Yeah.
He's the
Chiefs only scored 3 points in the second half of that game, and that's with Tyreek Hill.
I'm telling you, man. Defense is the problem. We got to go defense. Why would you get a quarterback when you have a defense? You get a rookie quarterback that works out, you can buy yourself a defense. Just saying.
What did Tyreek Hill even do in that game?
Talking NFC Championship next. Before we do that, though,
Tyreek Hill at 7 for 78 and a touchdown.
tell us about Foaling, Spinny.
I will. The Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play and private lane reservation for $120 if you get thirsty. They got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
As chilly weather approaches, Big Boy's got the perfect comfort meals for you. Try our hearty classic meatloaf or our creamy Cajun chicken Alfredo. These will be sure to leave you craving for more. How about breakfast? Our stuffed potato pancakes are back with our lumberjack, blockbuster, and Santa Fe Garden. These potato pancakes will definitely fill you up. Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, come stock up on the perfect comfort meal today. We'll see you soon at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit customhealthcenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
What's up, dude? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights, bro. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin More
What up, man? Humble Buddy Baby Experience, high tide.
High tides, dude.
Humble Buddy caught a body in that episode.
They killed somebody?
Yeah, that dude's an angel when he says that.
Oh, really?
He buried him up to his neck, and he's like, Humble Buddy, dig me up, the tide's coming in.
How's the tide come in?
It's Goo Lagoon.
Underwater, though.
Goo Lagoon.
Hey, we got Chris in the booth, JB Smooth, aka Black
That
Rick.
episode's trippy as hell, bro. They
That one is
literally
trippy.
drop acid in that episode.
It's funny because I grew up in Mount Clemens for like most of my life, and I always see the meme like, remember that time SpongeBob took that bus and got stuck in Mount Clemens, and I was like, oh damn.
They take acid in that episode.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
They do. It shows them do it. It's like the glove candy he puts on his tongue. It's like, It's like 5 little hands.
I can't wait to cut that. You stick your tongue going, Anyway, NFC Championship. Philadelphia Eagles versus the San Francisco 49ers, I should say. Well, it's in Philly. This is one we're going to disagree on.
Yeah.
Because I already know you're going with San Fran.
Give me the Niners.
Give me the Niners.
Brock Purdy. Me and Lindsay.
Why come?
What?
Why come you think the 49ers going to win?
Oh, jeez, that was wild.
Whoa,
Why come? That's not even like a...
I didn't.
Oh my God.
But no, I don't know, man. I
Dirty
think
motherfucker.
They have the best player in football in Nick Bosa. They have the best linebacker in football in Fred Warner. They have the best offensive lineman in football in Trent Williams.
Yeah.
They have the second best tight end in football in George Kittle. They have a menage of skill players outside of that.
Menage, nice word.
Thank you. When you look at Brandon Ayuk, obviously Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, and then what's his name? James Mitchell, right? The backup running back.
Elijah Mitchell.
Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah.
Came in and was busting off runs. Pause. Right down the middle of that defense, the Dallas defense. He was busting off 10 yards a carry. And I liked Elijah Mitchell. I remember Roman. Shout out Roman the GOAT, not Bruno Roman.
Yeah.
You suck. I beat you in the playoffs, Roman.
Love you, though.
Love you. But the GOAT Roman, graphic Roman,
Yeah.
drafted Elijah Mitchell in fantasy. And I texted him. I was like, bro, what do you want for Elijah Mitchell? I was about to trade him Josh Jacobs for Elijah Mitchell.
That was stupid ass.
And then Elijah Mitchell gets hurt.
That shit don't even make sense.
Yeah, now it doesn't. After the season's
Didn't make
over.
sense then either.
Well, I had Devontae Adams too, so I didn't like the Raider.
Why? Because bye weeks?
Yeah,
All right.
If one of them doesn't do good, but they balled. They got me the chip. But you look at this whole team, this whole offense. I was thinking about something Justin said. But this offense is elite. Kyle Shanahan is the best offensive mind in football. He has a menage of weapons on that side. The defense has playmakers and stars on all 3 levels. I think they're destined. I just think they're gonna do it, man. I don't know. The Philly's really good too. I wouldn't be surprised if Philly won, but give me the Niners, man.
It's one of those situations for me where like my brain tells me it's Philadelphia. The reason for that being is the defense. Philadelphia. I don't forget, but I feel like people forget the names they have along here. We got the CJ, you got Darius Slay, you got James Bradbury, and then you move forward to that defensive line. You got Jordan Davis there. You got Dominic and Sue, Robert Quinn. I mean, this is a
bunch of 70-year-olds.
No, you have the number 2 ranked defense versus the number 1 ranked defense in this matchup. This is a dog ass defense.
But the defensive line you just listed off, 4 of them are 80 years old.
Still good. I don't give a fuck. I mean, they still got. He's from Detroit. I can't even think of his name. Brandon
Graham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they still got dogs in this defense too. But this is the thing too. I was gonna tell you, like, my brain and heart conflict here because My brain tells me it's Philadelphia for all the reasons I just gave you. On top of that, like you look at the QB matchup, you're obviously taking Jalen Hurts. You did list off a ton of weapons on the 49ers side of the ball, and they do run the ball damn well. I think Christian McCaffrey might be a little bit banged up.
Jalen Hurts a little bit banged up.
No, I'm saying like Christian McCaffrey like missed practice this week is all I'm saying. But Jalen Hurts, a better quarterback. You have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. I apologize. Tight end.
Dallas Goedert, yeah.
Like I think it's, you know what I'm saying, big time players. Not my saying, it's the saying, it's just in general. But big time players.
I thought of it.
I made it up. Big time players make big time plays, and I just think that on that scale of things, Jalen Hurts weighs more than a Brock Purdy in the situation. Brock Purdy's been good, but he hasn't been. It's Jared Goff scenario. You know what I'm saying? Where like it's more coaching and everything else around you. He's facilitating.
You don't
rather
think
than driving.
Jalen Hurts is that same scenario? You think Jalen Hurts would be just as good in another offense that didn't have the best offensive line in the NFL?
Yeah,
playmakers
I
like
can't
that?
tell you. I can't tell you be just as good because AJ Brown's a dog. But I would tell you that he has a better skill set than Brock Purdy, just from like.
Yeah.
You know, I think they throw just as well.
Yeah, but I don't think
obviously he can run the football too. But
I think it's night and day.
But my heart is with the 49ers. I think I shot this out in a tweet or maybe just in a group text with you guys, but I was like, it just feels like Kyle Shanahan's year.
Exactly.
Because he's just been there time and time again.
And that is another thing. Kyle Shanahan has been there, done that. Kyle Shanahan has been to Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni hasn't.
Yeah, maybe we should broke down like that, right? Quarterback. Yeah, but yeah. No, I'm with you. I think Kyle Shanahan is one of the silent Woodward Sports Chat. It's silent. I catch him all over YouTube on whatever, like Jared Goff videos. Right? And we beef it out for days, weeks. But him and I are both in agreement that Kyle Shanahan probably the second greatest play caller in NFL history. It feels crazy to say.
NFL history?
Yeah. He's up there.
Yeah,
I'll put him top 10.
Ben Johnson.
Yeah, number 1 Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
2 Dan Campbell. So probably 3.
Yeah. 3 Anthony Lynn.
Yeah. Jared Goff 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim Bob Cooter 5.
So, damn, you know what? I had Eagles, but
I just also Jalen Hurts' injury, like.
But he looked fine last week.
He looked fine, but still, it's a shoulder injury, and I'm telling you, those guys on the Niners hit harder.
They do.
Than players on the Giants. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, guess what? Eagles are the best offensive line in the NFL.
Yeah, but tell you what, Jalen Hurts gets out of that pocket. He's got two heat-seeking missiles coming for him. That's Fred Warner.
Fred Warner is
and
scary.
I don't even know his name. Tufunga, the safety.
Yeah.
That dude's a missile. He comes flying in from that safety position.
Dude, I'm so irritated that they.
And it's not just Fred Warner on that linebacking core. Greenlaw's a dog.
Devin, no Morse code.
Fred Warner, obviously, he's the best linebacker in football.
Yeah.
Greenlaw is a dog.
Yes.
Al-Sayer is a dog. Like they have 3 very good linebackers.
Bosa, Armstead. No, Armstead's with Jaguars now, right?
No.
I'm thinking of somebody else. JB, you're the degenerate.
Oh, yeah.
You had the Bengals.
I can tell you the over-under and the spread for both of these games, to be honest with you.
Let's hear them. I don't even know.
So, 49ers, Eagles, over-under is 48. You can get it at 47.5, depending on what books you're at. And I think it is Eagles. Favored it.
Give me the Niners.
1.5.
Minus 1.5?
Yep.
I will say this. Eagles don't do well against pass-catching running backs, so if Christian McCaffrey is healthy, I think, and this is probably the first game of the season, so I don't know how much you want to take this as a grain of salt or whatever the saying is I'm looking for, but DeAndre Swift balled all over the Eagles in week 1 for Detroit Lions fans. And I only brought that up because that correlates to you guys, but statistically as well, receiving running backs have their way with the Philadelphia Eagles defense. And Christian McCaffrey is possibly he is the best.
He's by far the best.
Yeah, he's the best receiving running back.
Since Theo Riddick.
Yeah. Since Theo Riddick?
Yeah.
He's better than Theo Riddick. Come on.
Dude, Theo Riddick led the league in receptions for running back for like 2 years in a row.
Stop.
I'm just saying. I know. I'm just joking.
Okay,
but it is true. It is true. He led the league in receptions for a running back for like 2 years.
Again, man, my brain's telling me Eagles. Big-time players make big-time plays, but, I mean, it's not like the 49ers are short of big-time players either.
No, yeah. It's going to be a great game. This is the 2 best rosters in football going at it.
Just something's telling me that the difference in this one's going to be Jalen Hurts, or what's going to come is going to be a Jalen Hurts like Brock Purdy.
I think the NFC MVP, NFC Championship game MVP is going to be Nick Bosa.
Well, that's weird because he's going to lose.
I think he's
so
going to
I
have
don't know how that's
2.5
going to work
sacks.
out.
I think he's going to have a turnover, whether that be an interception or a forced fumble, and he's going to get that MVP.
Jalen Hurts, only 6 interceptions in the season. He's not really turning the ball over much. 66 completion. But it's a tough matchup too because they don't really have. These teams never really played anyone like as good as each other. I guess Cowboys defense is pretty good for Brock Purdy.
Jeremy Anderson.
He survived that.
In the Woodward Sports chat, Jeremy Anderson. I live in Niners country. It's annoying. Oh, darn, Jeremy Anderson. You live in SoCal.
Rub it in.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, man. I feel so bad for you. Dude, I love California.
All right, Brock Purdy against a pretty good Cowboys defense last week. You want the stat lineup? 19-29, 214 yards, no touchdowns. It's the same type of outing I feel like the Eagles can give them.
And I think it'll result in a dub, just like it did against the Cowboys.
We'll see. Do you think Jalen Hurts is better than Dak, like overall? Or do you think he's got a better squad?
I think he's got a better squad. Yeah. I think he's got a better squad. I think they're pretty similar.
Huh. Ooh. God back in the chat. He actually makes a great point. Eckler gets no respect. Eckler is the best receiving running back in the league. So, yeah, you're right, God. You're incorrect.
Yeah.
God's never wrong. I mean,
yeah, it's true.
Unless he's a golf fan.
When is he good?
Shout out. I just, Eckler's the dog. Eckler didn't even make the Pro Bowl this year.
Really?
He was the highest scoring back in the league, and he didn't make the Pro Bowl.
That makes 0 sense. Want to do a lunch bet?
Yeah.
Niners, Eagles?
Yeah.
All right, I got Eagles. What are we getting for lunch? Woodward Sports chat. Let us know what we should get for lunch on this lunch bet. But tell us about SMA.
Tried.
I will. Thanks, Chris. SMA, or the sports marketing agency, helps spread awareness about mental health or substance abuse. Their new podcast is This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com to get the help you deserve.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991? Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Downtown Detroit's all decked out, dude.
I can't do it.
I thought you were doing like emo voice.
Oh.
Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. Downtown Detroit's all decked out. The Cadillac Lodge in Midway. Midway has a giant slide with bumper cars and an indoor
arcade. An indoor arcade.
Plus you can grab your drinks at the lodge before and after games. Shop and eat and play. Downtown all winter long.
I don't live to see another day. The Monroe Street Midway. The Monroe Street Midway.
Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights.
We're the heavyweights. We're the heavyweights.
I'm sorry, guys.
I sing Bayside in the shower a lot.
Bayside?
Yeah.
What song is that?
It's band. They're an emo band.
I can see you singing.
Oh, dude,
an emos.
I go hard.
Hair's a little bit darker. You're
Yeah.
fucking the under.
Yeah, I get the,
eyes just
yeah. I
staring in
put
the
on
mirror
eye black
singing.
just before I get in the shower.
Fun fact: I was the only kid in the hood bumping Green Day back in the day.
I never
when,
really liked Green Day.
When one of my best friends was like the only white kid. Colin, shout out
Colin.
And this is when Tony Hawk Pro Skater came out, and he used to be out there skateboarding all the time. So I was like, "Yo, teach me how to skateboard." And
I
it's
can
my boy.
kickflip.
It's one of my best friends this day. Actually, he's just had a baby, about to get married. Shout out to Colin.
Shout out. I didn't like Green Day because they made a song called "Wake Me Up When September Ends," and my birthday's in September. So like, fuck you guys.
Such a little kid as your name. Banger.
I was a good Charlotte fan.
My favorite
Charlotte's
song on
good.
that album was I don't know the name of it.
Jesus of Suburbia, Mary Jane, to keep me insane,
Yeah.
doing someone else's cocaine.
Anyway, good music, good music. All
Good
right.
music's good music, unless it's EDM.
Yeah, that's not music. That's just buttons.
Yeah. That's the all-time banger, though.
That is a banger. I ain't gonna lie.
Have you heard Rasputin by
No.
Boney M?
I'm gonna break this news real quick. Actually, I'm gonna let you break the news. UFC news. Oh yeah, it's a banger.
That's a banger, dude.
It's
a true story too.
Is it-
Rasputin used to bang all the Russian women, like queens and shit. And
tell us about UFC 287.
Rasputin's the man. That's my idol. All right, UFC 287. What? All right, UFC 287 has
What'd you
been
say,
set for April 8th. Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya 2,
Adesanya.
the rematch, and also co-main event will be Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Masvidal. What? That's what I'm saying.
Wait, that just now came out?
Yeah, JB sent them both in the chat.
Oh, damn, JB, you the GOAT.
ESPN MMA. Gilbert versus Jorge is
That's
gonna
a
be
banger.
a scrap.
That's gonna be a violent fight.
That is good.
That's gonna be a violent fight.
I just gained 5 inches. My guy Gilbert, I love Gilbert, bro. I love watching Gilbert fight. That is gonna be a scrap. He's probably gonna beat the shit out of Jorge, but
yeah,
he's a much better all-around fighter. But Jorge's dangerous still, man.
That's
Street Jesus.
It blows my mind because there's guys like Gilbert, guys like Yoel Romero. I'm trying to think. Dudes that can wrestle, but Michael Chandler, they're so stubborn. They just want to stand and bang.
Yeah.
And if you hit them, they're standing.
Oh yeah.
They're not going to use none of their Olympic or whatever kind of grappling they got. They're like, fuck that.
But
I'm punching you back in the mouth.
I also think Gilbert's a better striker than Jorge. Jorge's got more power, but
I don't know. No, I think Gilbert's got more power. I think Jorge's better.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, Jorge's low key nice.
Yeah, I mean,
I
just think Gilbert's dude.
Yeah, I remember he started talking and shit. He's like, I do math on people's faces.
Yeah.
But like I'll never forget. I watched the. It was like when Darren Till was on his like hot streak, and he's supposed to like be the man or whatever.
Yeah.
And actually, when Jorge started his hot streak, because he beat him, but
Damn,
he dropped Jorge in like the first round or whatever. And after that, he realized like he was boxing lefty or whatever, so he switched his stance. Jorge's like fighting wise, smart.
Oh yeah, bro.
Jorge's nice. He's good. Jorge's a good striker.
He is. Oh yeah,
Gilbert's
he's
more
like
like a just fucking shit storm.
Gilbert's the man, dude. I love Gilbert.
I love
watching
Gilbert too.
Gilbert.
I want to see Gilbert versus Colby.
I wanted to see, dude. Gilbert would exterminate Kobe.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah, me too. I hate Kobe Covington.
I mean, Colby's good. I'm not gonna lie.
He's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
He's a very good wrestler. But he's a bitch, and he deserves to get fed to the dogs. And Gilbert would maul Kobe Covington.
It's actually a good fight for Jorge because I really think he could win
Against Gilbert?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Unless Gilbert again was being stubborn and actually took him down.
I like Jorge a lot too, but it's I just think Gilbert's a better all around fighter.
It's funny we were talking yesterday, right? Pereira and Maul.
Yeah.
And now Pereira versus Izzy comes out.
You think?
You called
Pereira
it, JB.
wins good?
Huh?
You think Pereira wins good? I think Izzy picks him apart.
I think Izzy obviously can, right? But it just takes one hit.
It's one tap.
We saw it last time.
Yeah.
2 times for
I don't know,
Izzy seeing
2
it.
times. I don't think he's gonna let him touch him like that again, though.
But
this time he's gonna take the belt, so he can't be.
But he would have won that fight if that was a challenger fight
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
I feel like maybe he just goes like more MMA-ish. Like, I'm saying like the takedowns and shit that he was doing, like more of those. By the way, the people were bitching something Goddard, Matt Goddard.
Dallas Goddard?
Yeah. Is that his name?
Yeah.
So he was the ref for the
Oh no, Matt Goddard.
Yeah.
Dallas Goddard's the tight end.
All right, yeah. Still real name, so I was confused. But you know how you let the Glover fight go on? Mm-hmm. He's the same one that stopped the Eazy fight.
Yeah.
Do you think the different scenarios or what?
No, I mean, yeah, it's not like Glover was knocked out. Izzy looked pretty out of it.
I have to rewatch it.
I do think it was an early I think for a championship, he needs to be out. If you're taking the belt away from him, he needs to be out. Yeah. And I think Izzy would have got put out after another punch or two because he was pretty. Yeah. He could have rocked it off, maybe.
As an Izzy fan, did you want to see him go out?
Yeah, I would rather. I would rather him give the chance to shake it off.
If I'd actually definitely let it ride just because of how he won the belt initially against Calvin Gastelum. That he was fucking rocked like 17 times. In the fight.
Gastelum got him a couple times.
Yeah.
KG, career stepping stone.
Unfortunately, kind of built like a stone too.
He is.
A stepping stone.
He's fighting somebody soon too. I forget who it was.
Yeah, but he's like.
Yeah, it'll be like middle prelim.
Yeah.
But that'll do it for us today. We appreciate you all tapping in to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. To the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the ones and twos, Nick the intern, I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys on Monday. Enjoy the football this weekend and stay safe. Peace.
God say you should love.